Alright, I'm back, folks. Back to continue playing the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV with the award-winning Heavensward expansion. Or however that fucking thing goes. Jesus Christ. I had to do it at least once, guys, I'm sorry. Anyway. Should the auto's piping through? Yep, there we go. She has scarce moved since last we parted. Hraesvelgur's confession will soon shake her from her stupor. Maybe. It's like, what's up with her outfit? There's somebody standing right inside of her. 'Twas you, was it not? The furious screams of the dragons carried far. You have slain Nidhogg. What more could you desire from this place? Will you not allow Hraesvelgur to mourn the death of his kin in peace? Spare us your sanctimonious judgment, Ice Maiden. We have a gift for the Great Worm, and a mystery that can no longer lie buried. Lady Iceheart, the Dragon Song War has all but consumed your life and claimed many of your followers. 'Tis time you learned the truth of its beginning, the whole truth, that we may at last bring this bitter conflict to an end. Sound the horn, Warrior of Light. Alrighty. Let's meet the big man again. The tiny little horn. It's meant for Moogles, so. I think it's easy to infer where the other eye goes.
You mean the moment I prized your eye from his head?
Stinian figured it out too. I like how Hraesvelgur's wings look like angel wings, kind of.
in Ushi
It's like good and evil over here. White and this little like light angelic looking motherfucker and this devilish looking dude over here. I think they were low-key going for that. Nidhogg looks much more menacing and sinister than Bracefelger. Even just the horns he's got. Oh, she saw it too.
It was yours. Your strength that sustained Nidhogg all these years.
Would that Haldreth had dealt the worm a killing blow.
And Estinian's village wouldn't have been destroyed.
And so you acquiesced. You surrendered your eye to Nidhogg, knowing full well the suffering he would inflict.
This one som inkin in Ela. Ratan in Esklos Nizek Liz Eskangan.
He's got a point.
I'm fire. Koloman, Tolos Ineskla. Kas Ehihiso, Sekmon Inaan, Stray Snowfall in Sith Ian.
More feels bad, man. Heavensward makes me choke up a lot. And thus did betrayal beget unending vengeance. Yeah. Unrest in Ishgard. We're just past the halfway point of the game now. Though he lifted not a single claw, 'twould seem that Hraesvelgr wreaked his own manner of vengeance against us.
'Twas my life's goal to slay Nidhogg. But I find there is little joy to be had in its accomplishment.
That's how revenge usually works out, dude.
But you have rid the world of a hate-filled creature, and ended a bloody war in so doing.
I lost my family to Nidhogg's flames, and 'twas with fury in my heart that I took up the lance. Every blow I struck in the name of vengeance. We were not so different, he and I.
I will not judge you for your deeds. I have not the right. Too many innocents have perished in the name of my greater good.
Yet even with all that has passed, the tale is incomplete. We are short a great worm's eye. Of the pair which Haldreth took from Nidhogg, only one is known to us, the one I bear. What then became of the other? Why did Nidhogg, who had taken such pains to prolong the Dragonsong War, suddenly decide to hurl his entire army against the walls of Ishgard? Lord Commander. Aye. The deed is done. Nidhogg is slain. What? In the city? A battle with whom? At once, Lord Commander. Hold firm till our return. Fighting has broken out in the city. Lord Emmerich was sparse with the particulars, but it seems some commoners threw open the gates to a force of heretics.
I gave no order to attack.
Are we to mark the end of the Dragonsong War by spilling the blood of our own? Mayhap Hraesvelgr was right about us. Let us away, Warrior of Light. The people must be saved from themselves.
As is always the
Wait!
case.
I would join you. There has been enough violence.
Sadly.
I will appeal to my people in the city and make them see reason.
Come then, Lady Iceheart. Let us write the final chapter in this damnable war.
The Knights of the Round. There are 12 of them after all.
A small army of heretics has invaded the city, Your Eminence. But there is no cause for concern. A sizable contingent of our soldiers is already in place to repel the Dravanian assault, and the intruders will soon find themselves outnumbered and outmatched.
Our plans proceed apace, then?
Yes, Your Eminence. This unrest shall serve to feed the people's fear of the heretics and the dragons both.
And lend renewed fervor to their prayers for deliverance. Very good. Grant our guests what time they need to sow a measure of chaos, then order the Temple Knights to crush them.
An inside
Your
fucking
will be
job.
done.
Basically a false flag terrorist attack. Great.
The moment is at hand. Excellent. All shall soon be in alignment. It is time for the Bringer of Light to die.
Bring it on, asshole. was a little conflicted when he saw Iceheart there. He was like, what the hell are they doing with her?
There!
Comrades, sheathe your swords. There is no need for further bloodshed.
My lady!
She has come. Hear me, brothers and sisters! The war is ended! Nidhogg is no more! Aye, it is so! This adventurer and the Azure Dragoon laid the Great Worm low! The endless cycle of violence between man and dragon was born of our forefathers' treachery. You have followed me, bled with me, to bring this truth to light that we might all know peace. But Nidhogg is dead. Nidhogg is dead, my friends! He who bore such hatred towards Ishgard is dead! Let his hatred die with him, I say! Let us sheathe our swords and go in peace!
Have we lost?
No, my friend! Far from it! At long last, the peace for which we have so desperately fought is within our grasp. And I, for one, would not forsake it. Peace?
Seize the witch! Let none escape!
Stand the
Providing
fuck
aid
down.
and succor to the wounded should be our first concern. If the heretics mean to observe the peace, then it would be folly not to do the same.
Just don't know when to quit, do they? Their fanaticism and fervor. Let us see how long this peace lasts. That was rather too close for comfort, but 'twould seem that calm is returning to the streets. My mind, however, yet clamors with 1,000 questions. You return to Ishgard in the oddest of company, my friend. He who would not be denied. My alter ego again? That, my friends, was rather too close for comfort. Praise Helone that things did not end in bloodshed. I confess I was more than a little dismayed to see you in the company of the Lady Iceheart. Whatever is going on, Leon? It's a long story, but I'll tell you. Beg pardon? You traveled to the Turning Mists together? Along with Estinian? Never was there a more unlikely alliance, nor one so magnificently effective. Nidhogg dead, the heretics pacified, Father and Sir Emmerich must know of this. Let us break the news to them together. I will bring Sir Emmerich to Fortom Manor. Yes, an excellent suggestion. Very well, Leon. Or, very well. Leon and I shall await you there. Well, let's see how this goes. This way's closer. Not by a lot, but... Can't get over how fast. when teleporting to this specific spot, I find. It's like super fast. Whoa! The shadows! Did you guys see that? The fuck?
Praise Talone, you are safe.
My safety was never in doubt, Father. For I had the Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light by my side. We bring the most wonderful tidings.
The infamous Lady Iceheart, here in Ishgard? This is most unexpected.
She has done much to quell the violence. The Inquisition may not approve, but we are glad of her presence.
And with the Great Worm's demise, even our nation's more reactionary elements will have scant grounds to press for her immediate impeachment.
My thoughts exactly.
What of the truth revealed to us by Hraesvelga? That the origins of the Dragonsong War, a core tenet of Ishgardian faith, are quite unlike those depicted in the scriptures.
That men and dragons once lived together in harmony, and that it was man's treachery which shattered the peace and plunged our peoples into war.
The same scripture also describes the origins of the High Houses. Were it exposed as false, the legitimacy of our rule would be called into question. If both Highborn and Lowborn can trace their ancestry to Thordan and his Knights 12.
But a single sip of dragon's blood is required to confirm their lineage.
If the Holy See knew of this and chose to remain silent, their crimes are grievous indeed. Regardless, this state of affairs cannot be allowed to continue.
Sir Emmerich, you cannot mean to raise this matter with the Archbishop.
Pray consider what you are proposing. If the Holy See chose to conceal the truth for centuries, what reason would they have to reveal it now?
At best, you will be branded a heretic and clapped in irons.
Then at least the Archbishop will have shown his true colors. My friends, this war will never truly be at an end until the truth is made known. You must see what lies on the horizon if it is not. When ruled by fear of a common enemy, we were united. But now we have none. During the war, the Highborn needed men to lead, and the Lowborn men to follow. Not anymore. 'Tis but a matter of time before the old order is called into question. Lady Iceheart will share the truth with her followers, and the Holy See will be powerless to stop its spread. The disenfranchised will rise up united, and blood will flow in the streets once more. A divided Ishgard will not survive.
Tread carefully, Lord Commander.
My lady, is it wise to let him go? I sympathize with the Lord Commander's desire for reform, but to approach the Archbishop in this manner bespeaks an idealism to which I did not think Sir Emmerich prone.
Though he comports himself as a realist, he has long dreamt of reform. 'Twas that idealism which first drew me to him, that which made me swear an oath to serve. We must not think of ways to hinder his cause, but rather ways to aid it, even should the Holy See cry heresy.
You cannot mean...
If the Lord Commander does not return from the vault at the appointed hour, I mean to go and fetch him.
Have care, my lady. Your words border on treason. Should they reach the wrong ears, you will be declared an enemy of Ishgard.
That is a risk I am willing to take. Lest you forget, my lord, I am not born of this land. My loyalty is to the Lord Commander alone. But I speak only of what may come to pass. If the rumors regarding his heritage are to be believed, we have naught to fear.
The change of time of day outside, the sun came out.
Lies and slander.
Forgive me, what rumors are these?
That Sir Emmerich is the Archbishop's bastard son. Senior clergy are not permitted to marry and sire children. But even the holiest among us are not immune to temptation.
Shit!
I labor to believe it.
You know what that means?
Sir Emmerich is truly the Archbishop's son.
He has never been publicly acknowledged as such. But the rumors have plagued him since childhood. That he rose to his current position, despite being despised as a bastard and accused of profiting from his father's influence, bespeaks the quality of his character. It is my hope that on this occasion, the burden of his birth will work in his favor. Should our worst fears be realized, the Archbishop will not be so quick to execute his own flesh and blood, affording us time to mount a rescue.
Bastard or trueborn, he is our nation's best hope. If the Holy See dares to threaten him, I shall lead the charge against the Vault myself.
Damn! Go Estinian.
Hear, hear! The future of Ishgard rests on Sir Emmerich's shoulders. I too will do mine utmost to aid his cause.
Orshafon, be reasonable.
A knight lives to serve, Father. To aid those in need. The people need Sir Emmerich more than ever, and we may be his only hope. There is no greater calling for a knight than to save the life of his fellow man. I swear to you, on the sigil of our house, that I shall do this and make you proud.
I mean, I'm on board too.
Romantic, reckless fools, the lot of you. So be it. Make your preparations.
I thank you all for your support.
I mean, come on, Edmond. Did you really think I wasn't gonna join them after all that shit? I was gonna be the one to say no? Nah. I ain't going down like that. Of all the people. He should know better. Far be it from me to criticize a man for his blind idealism. But he might at least have pretended to consider another course. Emmerich? If we must risk the fortunes of our house to bring this truth to light, then so be it. But are you truly prepared to do this? To face the Heavensward in battle, if you must? Sure. I got a fancy new little power that I think, might give them what for. They won't see it coming. Something they're not too familiar with. That contrasts them quite well. I've been dying to test it, so this could be the opportunity. Have no fear, Father. My arm will not falter. My shield will not break. I promise you, we shall prevail. Though your assistance is most welcome, I fear it will not be enough. Few as we are, we will struggle to reach the Lord Commander. If we are to succeed, we must needs recruit others to our cause. He who would not be denied. Every fucking time, man. Ill weather, friends. Oh shit! It's the let's get ready to kick some ass music, as I like to call it. But how are we to carry out this bold endeavor? Even with an army of knights at our backs, a direct assault on the vault seems unlikely to succeed. You are correct, Master Alfino. Not even the assembled might of House Fortom and the Temple Knights would be sufficient. With the support of another party, however, we may yet stand a chance. You speak of one of the other high houses. precisely the opposite. I speak of the revolutionaries rumored to reside in the Broom. 'Twas these disgruntled Ishgardians who opened the gates of our city to the heretics, I believe. But of course, if their hatred of the Holy See drove them to such deeds, even though they were manipulated, as we saw in that cutscene, by the Holy See themselves, they might well be persuaded to assist in Sir Emmerich's rescue, knowing the truth he would lay bare. Such is my hope, Master Alfino, and I would have you and Leon reach out to them. As a temple knight and sworn servant of this Holy See, any overtures I make are doomed to fail. But as outsiders, the two of you may receive a warmer welcome. Very well. We shall seek out the leader of these revolutionaries and make our case. My thanks. Estinian, will your brothers heed your command if you order them to stand aside? The Dragoons have no love for politics, my lady. They will gladly watch and wait while the Highborn fight amongst themselves. Excellent. How very wise. Leon, we should hurry to the Forgotten Knight. Tataru may have knowledge of the revolutionaries. Alright, let's do this. Oh, what the hell? I can teleport from here. I almost thought I was somewhere else. Brain fart! I am still operating on low quality sleep. There we go. Damn it! It would seem that the Forgotten Knight was spared the worst of the earlier chaos. Yeah, conveniently. Oh, also, I think they made a... I made a reference to this guy, Giberlant, that we met during that flashback with the original Knights 12 or wherever they were. Yeah. When we saw how they defeated Nidhogg, got both of his eyes, and all that stuff, and established the 4 houses. That one guy who said he wasn't going to continue or offer himself up to be, you know, the next in line for the throne. He said he might take up an honest trade and serve ale instead of sharp steel. I think he might be the answerist of that guy right there. The guy who opened up this tavern after they defeated Nidhogg way back then, 1,000 years ago. Anyway, back to this. Leon, Alfino, gods, I've been worried sick. It's so good to see you. And you, Tataru, how did you manage to escape the chaos in the streets? Giberlant and the others barricaded the doors until the heretics left. No one was harmed, thankfully. But what about you two? What came of your journey? A whole lot of shit went down. And truths revealed. You're not serious. What was Sir Emmerich thinking? I mean, the way you two talk about him, I wouldn't have believed. Anyway, I've heard rumors about the people you're looking for, but I doubt they'll be of much use. The only thing I can say with any certainty is that they're led by someone called the Mongrel. A queer moniker, if ever I heard one, but mayhap it will make the individual in question easier to find. Come, let us all make inquiries below. Okay. Hey guys, don't mind us. Consider unreal. There we are. A mongrel? Not sure I catch your meaning. To a blue blood, we're all of us dogs down here. The cops. The police. Temple Knights in this case. Hey? What's that? Speak up! I can't hear as well as I used to. Damn. I don't know a goddamn thing about the mongrel, but if I did, you can be sure I wouldn't tell you. Damn. Oh, Lord. Oh, wait, I think I wasn't... Damn, it was down there then? Hold on. One step at a time. Okay, it was down here. At first, the people here were a bit standoffish, but with a little effort and a lot of parley, I managed to make plenty of friends. Well, I hope that helps us. Not a single shred of information? Just as I expected. These revolutionaries would not have evaded capture for so long without the masses' complicity. Still, it is good to know that Tataru's ears are as sharp as ever. Oh yeah? What does she have for us? That spice of life. Frustrating though it may be, we must press on. While I continue speaking with the people of the Broom, why not go and see if Gibberlot knows aught of value? As the proprietor of the Forgotten Knight, surely he must have heard whispers of the mongrel before. We can only hope that he will be more forthcoming than the others. Guy looked like he was wearing Amon's hat. Amon from the Crystal Tower series. The dude who worked under Zonde. That looked like his hat on that guy. I didn't know that was a thing. You know, people long for a sympathetic ear, but they need to know that it comes with tight lips. Discretion, Leon. That's what my customers expect. If they don't get it, then I don't get them. That being said, I'm not without my sympathies. I've heard the tales, and I know you've done right by highborn and lowborn alike. Least I can do is point you in the right direction. But to do that, I'll need you to do something for me. So happens there's a hunter up in the Crozier who owes me a fair bit of coin. However, I've agreed to accept payment in fresh herbs. Go and get them for me. Agreed? Okay. Sounds fine. So you're Gibberlant's errand boy. Good, good. How's he doing? Same as always. Same as always? Right, right. Anyway, I hope he appreciates how much trouble I had to go through on account of his bloody herbs. Tell him to enjoy them while they last, because I doubt I'll be able to find any more next year. Okay, will do. Well, you gonna hand them over or not? He could smell them on me. This nameless flora has a pleasant enough scent to suggest it is most likely not poisonous. Aye, this ought to do it. With a few other spices, I can make it just like she used to. There are a few things which stir the hearts of men like a sip of mulled wine. Share a glass with the right people, and who knows what stories they'll share. True enough, true enough. Noble indiscretions. Now that I think on it, there's a woman I know who's rather fond of this blend. Hiertha is her name, and she resides in the Pillars. She's a maidservant to some noble house or another, I forget. Anyway, be a shame if she didn't get to try this wine. Why not give her a bottle? Alright. Okay, where... Okay. The Athenium Astrologicum. I think. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Yes, I am Kiritha. Beg your pardon, but do I know you, sir? No, not yet. This wine is cooled after its first mulling and allowed to sit for a fortnight. How long was that again? Shit. 2 weeks, I think. Yeah, it was 2 weeks. Before mulling a second time with a fresh muslin bag of spices. For delivery to one Hieritha. Yeah, I forgot. Fortnight is half a month. 2 weeks. I know this smell. This is the wine that girl used to prepare. Her special recipe. It must be decades since I last tasted this. Damn. Oh, the poor dear. Such a shame that she was taken in by that baron. You cut a dashing figure, I'll grant you that. Tall, slender, long of ear. Oh, I think she's... But those dazzling ruby eyes of his were filled with lust. 'Twas not more than infatuation what she felt, but she convinced herself it was love. And he couldn't help but take advantage. But when her belly started to grow, gods, the scandal! I mean, 'tis not an uncommon occurrence, but that it was with a Hure made it so much. Well, I needn't tell you. She was discharged from his service, cast out onto the streets like so much refuse. Ah, I see. Again, it's what I mentioned very briefly before in Realm Reborn. Now we explored a bit more, which is interracial relationships are a big no-no. In a lot of cultures here in Eorzea. This one is no exception to that. After she returned to the broom, we drifted apart. I only learned of her death years later by chance. So, dude couldn't keep it in his pants, and he was an Elizan who got the Hure pregnant. Dude got around. So the amorous nobleman beds his maidservant, then casts her aside when the seed takes root. Yeah, that is the best euphemism I've heard for... basically. Not the most original tale, is it? Cold comfort for the women and children who live it, though. Yeah. Why are they the ones that have to suffer, right? The mixed-race children are the ones discriminated. For something they had no control of. A child apart. Even the penitent can appreciate wine from time to time. Take Geraldo, for example. Surely you've heard of him, no? He's a monk who offers succor to the poorest of the poor in the broom. A man of many vows, but none which prohibits spirituous beverages. Aye, if ever there was a man who deserved a drink, it'd be him. Interesting. It seems like we're running menial tasks and errands as usual, but in reality, everything we're doing is actually gathering a lot of what could potentially become useful, very valuable information. Halone's blessing be upon you, sir. A gift? For me? Yeah, twice mulled wine. There you go. It had the same description, so I didn't bother reading it again. This scent. How reminiscent of a wine once made by a dear old friend. May her soul rest in peace. Forsaken by her family, she toiled tirelessly to feed and clothe her child. Yet somehow she found time to help me tend to those in even worse circumstances, so compassionate she was, so full of love for her fellow man. 'Twas that love which gave her child strength to endure the scorn of the other younglings. Oh man. Ah, that little girl, bless her heart, she couldn't help what she was. Excuse me. Eventually she won them over, but those first few years were... Excuse me again. Those first few years were trying, even more so when she had to start fending for herself. I remember days she spent standing on the walls, raven black hair flowing in the winds, staring out as if searching for her mother's face in the mists. Thank you for the info. Legs are broken. She was a remarkable woman, Leon. After everything she was forced to endure, she still remained hopeful for the future. For her daughter's future. Bloodlines. Some bonds are thicker than blood, but blood still defines us and divides us in the end. It's the legacy of our parents, Leon, and we can't escape it no matter how hard we try. So the mongrel and her pups chose to embrace theirs, to proclaim it to all and sundry. If you can understand that, then maybe you can find her on your own. Yeah, I think I know what you mean now. Thanks for helping me out. You showed me the way. With the hints and clues we've gathered from all the people we've talked to. Still looking for your mongrel? Like I said before, take your pick. Plenty around if you know where to look. Or did you fancy someone specific? I'm looking for a mongrel with ruby red eyes and raven black hair. But I'm wondering what she says if I say the opposite, or this. So I'm gonna check. Raven black eyes and ruby red hair. Doesn't ring a bell, sorry. What if I stay quiet? What? Curl got your tongue? Off you trot then. Alright. Nothing interesting. I'm looking for a mongrel with ruby red eyes and raven black hair. Oh, someone's got unusual tastes. Afraid I can't help you though. Won't, rather. It's bloody obvious you ain't of the broom. Do you think I'd just tell you because you asked nicely? I suppose not. But it was worth the effort. Have you made any progress, Leon? So our mongrel was born of an Elysian nobleman and a Huron maidservant. That's what it sounds like, yeah. Granted, it is no location, but it is far more information than we had before. Yes. Now that her striking features are known to us, mayhap we need only remain vigilant. Yep, half here, half Elysian. Don't know what that looks like yet, but I think we'll find out. Fire and blood. I'm starting the last third of the game already. It's a lot shorter than Realm Reborn, obviously. 1 through 50. Much longer than 50 through 60. And not by a lot though, they still spaced it out quite a bit. It's still pretty even. There must be a way we can draw the mongrel out into the open. Mayhap we should discuss this with Tataru. Speaking of which, where is Tataru? Oh, confound it. She went below to make inquiries on her own, didn't she? We must find her quickly, Leon. I have a premonition that is not going to end well. Really? Oh, shit! I'm becoming a parkour expert in this game now. You cast your gaze over the streets below, but see no sign of Tataru. She must be around here somewhere. I take it you've had no luck either? Nah. There she is. Ah! I'm sorry, forget I said anything! Oh shit. Wait, down there! Isn't that Tataru? Those men are chasing her! Quickly, Leon, after them! You don't have to tell me twice. We're coming, Tataru! Epo shake. She's cornered.
Where do you think you're going, Missy?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
What's going on here?
What's it to you, boy? Piss off.
Hold on. I've seen them around. They're in and out the house 4 Tom's Manor all the time.
Oh, I see. Skulking about at your highborn master's bidding, eh? Bloodhounds hoping to catch a whiff of heresy, is that it?
You are quite mistaken, I assure you. We came here to help. And if you know what's good for you, you will let us pass.
Damn. Tell him, Alfino.
Listen to the pups yapping. Come here, boy. I'll give you cause to yelp.
I recognize that dude, though. He talked shit about Alfino when we first got here.
Enough! Leave threatening women and children to our betters. We don't have the knack.
Hilda!
Lay a finger on the Blue Blood's pups, and you're like to lose the hand.
Oh, shit.
And often I get called on by glorious heroes like yourself. So tell me, what have I done to deserve you?
Seems she already knows who I am. But I guess most people tend to. At this point. She's quite easy on the eyes, too, I must say. They didn't much care for my story about the weathered cane. For once, it would seem the fates are smiling upon us. Had those ruffians forced our hand, I dare not think what would have ensued. They're still here. Whatever it is you've got to say, say it. I've got my eye on you. I remember you. Hilda, huh? Before you start, let's go somewhere a bit more private, eh? The Forgotten Knights, say. Sure. Oh, right. Thought it was outside for a second. Damn it. First time I fucked up that jump. If you're nervous, I could try parlaying with them on our behalf. Perhaps they'd be interested in techniques for working lawn logs? Or maybe the tale of the cursed Gladius? Oh, I know. The legendary skillet. Everyone loves that one. I don't know what you're talking about, Tataru, but okay. I think it best if you take the lead this time, Leon. Whatever it is you've got to say it. Same as before. Got my eye on you, same as before. To think we used this table. Nice. Alright, Hilda. What's going on? She is actually very pretty, I must say. Of course, I'm also a sucker for that long dark hair she's got, so... And then red eyes. Might be another waifu right there. She's strapped.
While you're on your way to kill Nidhogg, you stumbled on some dirty secrets that the Holy See has been hiding for centuries.
That's the way of it.
Eh? What are they on about?
The high houses. And what makes a nobleman so bleeding noble? They trace their blood back to King Thordan and his Knights 12, the founders of Ishgard. But our friends here reckon we're all descended from the heroes of Eld. Highborn and lowborn alike. And so Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, has gone to ask the Archbishop if he wouldn't mind letting everyone know.
Is he simple? The old bastard will have him executed for heresy.
That's what we were saying. It's suicide.
Well, seems to me that's what the good sir wants. Seems he thinks a noble sacrifice will serve to prove his claims.
We cannot stand idly by and allow Sir Emmerich to do this. Ishgard has need of him.
Look, you've a good heart, I can see that. Willing to risk your neck for someone else even when his troubles ain't yours. But what's this got to do with me?
If Sir Emmerich is imprisoned in the vault, we will need all the help we can muster to breach their defenses and rescue him.
Pause, champ.
What in the hell's?
Jesus, I kind of scared the shit out of me. Oh, shit!
Ah, the unmistakable scent of heresy. And what do we have here? The honored guests of House Fortom consorting with the Queen of Rats. Ooh, plotting insurrection, I shouldn't wonder. That won't do.
Shit.
Sickness is wont to fester and spread. It must be burnt out ere the infection takes hold.
I reckon Sir'd be happy to wield the irons himself. Well, so happens I've got irons of my own.
Okay.
Such simple creatures, rats. Certain to attack when cornered. Let us step outside, milady. In here, your toys could hurt someone.
Alright, let's fucking scrap them. The fight you want? Come and get it. Aye, such fury! Patience, my queen, we've only just begun.
Right there!
Damn, that was... Oh shit, he left the fucking AoD there. Defend Sir Charbert! Kill the rebels! Damn, there's no end to them. Seems you are beyond reason. How marvelous. Oh, really? You find this amusing, huh? Hey, you. I suppose now is as good a time as any. What the hell are you gonna do, Alfina? Whatever you're gonna do, you better do it quick. Stop this, all of you! It is madness! Why are you fighting? Lord Harshfon, over here! Come help us out, man. How fitting. The noble bastard and the mongrel bitch. What a dick. This mongrel bitch is gonna put a bullet between your eyes. Tell him, Hilda. Fucking prick.
There's no denying your gifts. A well-deserved reputation indeed.
Asshole.
Enough!
He's a ninja in a robe. Like shit.
Lucky bastard.
Nay, 'tis we who are lucky. Had we fought on, 'twas but a matter of time before our conflict claimed the life of an innocent bystander.
It's very true, actually. Rumbling out here in the streets. In front of the public and everything.
I thought the Heavensward might come here as well.
They came to the Temple Knights' headquarters.
Aye. Sir Grinno announced that the Lord Commander had been imprisoned under suspicion of heresy, and that the Heavensward had been granted full authority in his stead.
Then the Heavensward now commands the Temple Knights.
Those still loyal to Sir Emmerich answer to me. Alas, that amounts to but half our number. The other half, who opposed his promotion to Lord Commander, have gathered at the vault as ordered.
Bolstering the guard already, eh? If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were expected.
I take it you're in charge around here?
Hilda. And yes, the young master was just persuading me to join his lost cause. Convincing little beggar, isn't he?
He is good at diplomacy.
Your passion moved me. A bit. That, and the fact that we're sick of living off the leavings of our betters. If you've a mind to change things around here, then we've a mind to join you.
We did it. You didn't have to give that highborn scum what for. That was a sight for sore eyes, that was. Bugger me if you ain't everything they say. How in the hell did you do that thing with the other thing? I had not reckoned with the Temple Knights' involvement. Not as enemies, at any rate. First Sir Grinno and Sir Paul Crane, maybe? I don't know. And now this Cherubert character. I mean, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Are all the Knights of the Heavensward this bad? They do seem like thugs, don't they? Time is of the essence, Leon. We must move quickly before they discern our intent. That's true, we gotta strike now. I never liked him, not since his days as an Inquisitor. He took far too much pleasure in his work. Yeah, he seems the type, actually. Kinda reminds me of a certain other Inquisitor we once ran into. Of course, it wasn't the real guy, but... yes, I'm referring to Guillaume. Let me guess. You're wondering why I chose the mongrel, right? Because it's what I am, and I'm not ashamed of it. Not anymore. Besides, even my pureblood pups have more in common with me than the lords and ladies up on high. None of them are well-bred. Hell, some of their mothers were cast out after a spot of fun, same as mine. Damn. But, yeah, I think I mentioned that before. somewhere in Ul'dah, right? When they were... We overheard some NPCs talking, and I said, yeah, of course, dudes with money, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna take advantage of women using their power and influence from their money, or, in this case, from their divine blood, and then kick them out when they're done with them. Thank you, Hilda. Story old as time, and one we're sick of hearing, which is why we took up arms. Not that we mean to hold all the blue bloods to account. Some have done right by us, I'll allow, like them in House Halenart. Of course, you'd know all about that, wouldn't you? But enough talk. Your friend's still running in a cell. Let's not keep him waiting. Again, waifu material for sure. She's a cutie. A knight's calling. Now that all the players are assembled, Hilda is eager to get on with it. And so am I. Okay, there we go. Let's get ready to kick some ass music. We've been working in secret to undermine the Holy See and the High Houses. That much I'll acknowledge. But this nonsense about us throwing wide the gates for the heretics is just that. Nonsense. If not you, then who? You Temple Knights, of course. Reckoned it was your beloved Sir Emmerich's doing at first, but then I heard how he lost his head. My next best guess would be the Heavensward. Dramatic irony, we know that to be the truth after that little scene we saw of the Heavensward talking on, that round table discussion. That way they'd have the perfect excuse to go door to door through the broom, slaughter the heretics and their sympathizers in one fell swoop. They're getting ready to clean house. But the Heavensward scheme did not account for Lady Iceheart's intervention, and so they have been forced to improvise. The Heavensward scheme. Okay. A fine bloody mess, ain't it? But the die is cast. So what's the plan? We must divert the attention of the High Houses away from the city, and to do that, we need the cooperation of your allies in their service. What makes you think I have friends in high places? You would be fooled not to, given your goals. Low-born knights are ideal recruits. Most swore fealty only out of desire for a better life. If offered an opportunity to shed the yoke and live for themselves, who among them would not at least be tempted to take it? Rare is a man eager to die for a cause he does not hold dear. But it need not come to that this day. If they and their fellow knights are deployed afield to deal with a new threat, a massing of heretics for example, then they will be unable to join in the defense of the vault. I see where she's going with this. Huh. Spread false reports of an attack to get him out of harm's way, you mean? The city will not soon forget the heretics' last assault. If the High Houses believe another attack is imminent, they will have no choice but to act. Can it be done? Can we trick them into leaving Ishgard? None. Can we keep them out for long? Not bloody likely. Make sure you're ready before I send word, because you won't get a second chance at this. Then it is decided. To the vault! The Archbishop must be held to account. And the Lord Commander granted his liberty. Amen to both of you. Let's get this shit done. You seriously mean to attack the vault then, do you? As in, charge in there screaming and swinging steel? Bloody hells. So, what happens if we win? Good question. One chance only, Leon. Make it count. Don't worry. I got a surprise for them bitches. God's help me, I think we just might do this. We better. Or we're fucking dead. We'll die trying. Did you see the way she wielded that weapon of hers? Maybe I should get one for my own protection. A gun? Yeah. They teach that here. The Machinists or whatever, guild is... Oh, it's not on... There it is. The Sky Steel Manufactory. With allies such as these, we cannot fail. I'm with you, Harshi. Lucia, let's do this. Hearken to me, everyone. We have two objectives. Rescue Sir Emmerich and apprehend the Archbishop. We will therefore divide our forces into two parties. Lord Harshfont, Estinian, Master Alfino, and I will make ready to breach the underground jail in search for the Lord Commander. We will not move, however, until the second party has entered the vault. I speak of your party, Warrior Blight. For this plan to succeed, you will need to fight your way into the highest levels of the vault, even unto the Archbishop's private chambers. When the Heavensward realize what you intend, they will fly to their master's side, leaving only a token force to guard the jail. Oh, I see. Temple Knights loyal to our cause have already secured the entrance to the vault. Once you are within, they will signal to us. If all goes to plan, we shall rejoin you with Sir Emmerich and confront the Archbishop together. Is everyone clear as to their duties? Then let us do what must needs be done. Alright. Sounds like a brilliant plan. Let's do this. Speak with the Temple Knight Squire outside the vault. Well... one more for the road. It's the closest one. Hello, good sir. The others are in position, Master Leon. I will send word once you and your party have entered. Alright, be on standby because I'm going in. But like I said, I got a surprise for these bitches. A power they're not familiar with. They know how dragoons fight, but they have no idea how a Dark Knight fights. Sir Emmerich's attempt to bring the truth of the Dragonsong War to light has ended in failure. Imprisoned by the Archbishop under suspicion of heresy, he now languishes in the jail underneath the vault. Yet all is not yet lost, for Lucia has hatched a bold plan to see justice done. While her party frees Sir Emmerich from captivity, you are to lead a party into the highest levels of the vault and seize Thornton the Seventh. Though the Knights of the Heavensward will attempt to bar your passage, you must press on, for the future of Ishgard hangs in the balance. Bring it on, I say. Fucking do this. Like I said, they don't know the power of a Dark Knight with passion and fervor like me. Perthus, the Vault. Plus, great opportunity to follow the honorable footsteps of a formal Dark Knight, which is to punish these hypocritical bastards with their faulty-ass beliefs built on lies. That is what Dark Knights do, is it not? You mete out justice against assholes like this. Scum of the worst kind. And that is how the first Dark Knight started. Raising steel against, you know, a noble elite of Ishgard over here. At least that's what Sigurdur told us, so let's do this. Bring it on. You're gonna brand me a heretic anyway. I might as well give you a reason to believe I am one. They've come for the Archbishop! Damn right we have. Oh, this fucker. Only I could channel Esteem right now. Oh wait, I can. Frey? Esteem? Time for some payback. Because they killed him after all. The original Frey. Esteem here is just my darker half, of course, but close enough, it works. Damn, he showed them no mercy. We just need him to start yelling like Frey did. I thought there were more coming. What would he yell? He would yell barbaric things like, what would he say? Something about burning your houses down and your neighbors too. Something like that. Oh yeah. I trust you know your lives are forfeit. No. I trust you know yours is, though. power, it fills me. Oh, you got a secret too, huh? Two can play at that game. Got a lot of new buttons since I last played Dark Knight seriously. Not really sure what they do, but... bring it on. But how? Easy. My dark power was better than yours. Just as Sir Cherubert said. Withdraw to the inner sanctum. Running for it, eh? That ain't gonna save you. Oops. I was trying to zoom in the camera, but canceled the auto run. That sword is magnificent. I'm glad I worked my ass off for it. Come on, you sons of bitches. That's all you got? Correct. Norman. His music is so ominous, but very befitting of the aesthetic of this entire place. Being, you know, like a church kind of thing. They got the organ playing and everything. So all of them. Sir Grinno the Bull. We fought before. He was the guy at the trial by combat for Alfino and Tataru, right? I can't remember which one of these fuckers. There's too many of them, but bring it on, asshole. Let's do this. Other way around. Nice, putting us on. Get him, Frey. Show this prick what for. I had you. Did you though? Well, time is on our side. We will meet again! Take this fucker too. Oh, right. Can't fully rely on the auto target to do everything for me. So yeah, I thought it was the most fitting thing to use a Dark Knight to charge into the Holy See. Opposing elements, holy and dark. Plus the history behind it. Like Sidurga told us about the origins of Dark Knights relating to the Holy See of Ishgard. We fight for the common man against these corrupt nobles. Even if the common man doesn't thank us for it. We're like Batman, a vigilante. Not yet. What the hell are you gonna do? Your Eminence. Cathedral gargoyles. Let's try. We're pretty high up, aren't we? There's a bastard over there. Bring it on, quick. Also, look at this view though, right? You can see all of Ishgard here, but it's covered in clouds. Alright, Sir Cherbert. Round 2. Seems like you've got some new tricks up your sleeve, but so do I. The cloud battle stance. Alright, let's do this.
And now the final come. This shall be a mercy.
What do you got? You disgust me, he says. Oh, I forgot they used up. Oh well. I must recalling a theme out.
Sickness must be burned.
What do you say? What? No! No! Yes. Rick? Using darkness to fight against light. It's poetic, isn't it? Impossible. Though I don't think they're as pure as they make themselves out to be, obviously. History aside, those powers they were using looked anything but holy. Again, hypocrites. All of them.
Our power! How can this be? Fall back!
Oh, looks like they rescued him. Oh, hey! Hey, Grammy, how are you?
Father, please!
It's good to see you.
We were not too late, my friend!
Haha, you guys got here just on time. Let's do this shit.
Why must you do this, Father? Nidhogg is fallen. There is no need for further deception. Now is the time to renounce the lies which led us down this path. To start anew!
And tear down the very pillars of our society? Our history, our values, everything we have built over 1,000 years? A fool to the last.
Let's get him, Harshy. We ain't letting this bastard go. Oh, shit!
Look out!
Christ. That never gets easier to see.
Go. Asisla awaits.
Lord Orchefort!
You are unharmed? Forgive me. I could not bear the thought of... Oh, do not look at me so. A smile better suits a hero.
And then this music kicks in. It's so much worse. Shit. I know not what to say. The others, they are gathered at Fort Tom Man. The others are. Please enter, Master Starcrest. Gotta tell his dad the news. Well, his whole family.
Don't. Please. A knight lives to serve, to protect, to sacrifice. There is no greater calling. Leave me to mourn and give chase. For my son, and for the nation he loved. Go!
His sacrifice shall not be forgotten.
My son.
Can you imagine what that feels like? I'm sorry, I can't. I could not stand there in silence, but when all others had forsaken us, Lord Parsifal took us in, our beacon of hope in a world of darkness. I think that's what makes it hurt the most. He did his utmost to raise our spirits so that we might face our troubles with courage, with conviction. So that we might face them as knights. We must press on with our mission. Lataru, pray return to your duties at the Forgotten Knight. Let us go and speak with Sir Emmerich, Leon. I worry for his well-being. You know, I think that's pretty much what I was gonna say too. I forgot Alfino brought it up, but I think for me what hit me the hardest was Harshfon's death. My first time through was well, it was what he said. You blame the level 1 shield? Yeah. Do you remember he said his shield would not break? I love how they throw in foreshadowing like that. Something you would only really pay attention to and catch your second time through. When he was telling his father, is it not a knight's duty to sacrifice and to serve and all this stuff? And he said, you know, my sword, my armor, my shield will not break, my spirit won't break. But yeah, like I said, what hit me really hard was the fact that he's the one who took us in. When that whole thing happened in Ul'dah, the bloody banquet, we thought we were fugitives of all of Eorzea, and he took us in with a bright smile and open arms, gave us warmth, and then he vouched for us to be able to come into to Ishgard proper, the actual city. But then when I saw his father collapse, like, it was too much. When I saw his father collapse like that, that's a cute emote. The little knife. See, this music actually hits pretty different now. Took on a whole new meaning after this. An audience with the Lord Commander? Yes. Yes, of course. We gotta plan our next move. Can't let them get away with this shit. First those bloody whoresons and piss on their swiving round table. Thank you, Stylian, yeah. That's how I'm feeling right now, too. Sir Emmerich.
My friends, I am in your debt.
Think nothing of it. Your wounds are healing well, I trust.
Some wounds do not heal. The Founding. The Scriptures, 1,000 years of lies, all to deceive the common man. Nay, our own brothers and sisters. For the blood of the Knights 12 flows within all our veins. You knew this to be true. You knew, and you concealed it.
I should be interested to hear how you came by this knowledge. But yes, you have the right of it.
He ain't even trying to hide it.
The architects of Ishgard, King Thordan and his Knights 12, entrapped and butchered the great worm, Ratatoskr, that they might partake of her eyes and thereby transcend their mortal limits. Upon learning of their treachery, Nidhogg was consumed with a murderous and justified rage. I dare say you know what followed.
The great worm slew the king and half of his knights.
Aye, but Nidhogg was subdued, and his eyes plucked from their sockets by the knights that remained. Their one mistake was to show mercy, for from his brother Hreysvelgr did Nidhogg receive a new eye, thus rejuvenating his form and empowering him to embark upon an eternal quest for vengeance.
Whilst Thordan's son Haldreth took one of Nidhogg's eyes and learned to wield its power in defense of his people.
Thus was the first Azure Dragoon born, and ever since that time, his honored successors have risen to drive Nidhogg from our lands whenever the worm has returned to plague us. I ask you, my son, will you answer for my sins? Will your son and his son answer for me as well?
What do you mean?
If a man cannot atone for his sins in the course of his all-too-fleeting life, must his progeny then be held to account? Must every subsequent generation be judged as well?
On this, I kind of agree with him. Yeah, that is unfair. But
Thordan's betrayal of Ratatoskr was an unconscionable, unforgivable sin. Should we then, as his descendants, meekly surrender ourselves to an eternity of punishment? Nay, say I. I would not see our children sacrificed in a vain attempt to appease an implacable foe. Dragons are not like us, my son. To they who live forever, the wrongs of antiquity are as those of yesterday. No reparations shall ever suffice. This fact alone should serve as ample justification for our actions. Yet some refuse to see it as such. For men like you, who yearn to commit themselves to a nobler cause, a more compelling narrative is required.
This is your solution. This is how you protect our people. You have given us a lost cause, a death sentence. With your compelling narrative, you but doom our countrymen to give their lives for a lie.
And they do so gladly. Highborn and lowborn alike are proud to serve, to fight and die for their country. And what would you say to them? What would you tell the wives who have lost their husbands? The mothers who have lost their sons? That their loved ones died for naught? Over the course of 1,000 years, countless men have donned these robes, and every one of them came to accept the necessity of this solution. Once, I hoped you might come to accept it as well. Do not despair, my son. Soon I shall free us from the sins of antiquity, and bring about the change you so fervently desire. If he has spoken with others, I would have their names. Escort him to a cell and question him thoroughly.
Your Eminence.
Shit. Smug prick. Well, I'm glad I wiped the floor with these assholes when I had the chance. They take too much pleasure in this shit. Yeah, Crimson, I saw the video actually earlier today. I know which one you mean. Lays it all bare. Summarizes it.
You saw something, did you not? A vision of the past?
So this is the power of the Echo. Would that it had shown you a finer moment from my past.
Can't choose it.
'Twas an exercise in futility, as you saw. Faced with the firmity of his conviction and his many ready rejoinders, my words deserted me. To be frank, I am embarrassed to recall it.
It's alright, man. You tried.
A friend once impressed upon me the importance of differentiating between words, deeds, and beliefs. Were he here, I suspect he would judge your father's conviction to be no more than rank, self-serving delusion. Even so, I cannot help but wonder what manner of change he intends to bring about.
I have given some thought to that as well. During the battle within the vault, the Heavensward demonstrated strange and unnatural abilities.
Aye, the manner in which Sir Zephyrin struck down Lord Horschiffon was unlike anything I've ever seen before.
The spectacle called to mind King Thordan and his Knights 12 as they are depicted in scripture, holy powers and all.
Mere fabrications, which have become objects of faith, instilled with the belief of countless devoted souls. 7 hells!
If Lady Iceheart can use her own body as a vessel for summoning, I see no reason why others could not.
Are the Heavensward truly so reckless?
They did treat with Ascians.
Unbelievable.
Wouldn't put it past them.
As they fled, my father spoke of Aziz La. Though I know not what he intends, I fear no good shall come of it. His ambitions are too great, and his minions too powerful. We must find the Heavensward and stop my father before it is too late.
Time to kick some ass music. Master Starcrest, Master Alfino, I, Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard, do hereby entreat the aid of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Our aid in preventing whatever it is that the Archbishop intends. Your aid in bringing him to justice. Too much blood has been spilled for the lies he perpetuated. No more. Oh, this is a tough one. Sure. I'm a Dark Knight right now, and I'm still very pissed off at what they did, so I'm going with the emotional answer. Life for death. I will have Zer Zephyr's heart for what he did to Harshman. Yes. Yes, of course. You two were close, I know. Much has changed since our order's founding, but our duty to combat the primal threat has not. If the Archbishop and Heavensward are guilty of the crime of summoning, then Leon and I will stop them. Would that I could join you in the pursuit, but alas, my father's absence has thrown our government into chaos. Ever since the founding of our nation, there has been an Archbishop to serve as a guiding light for the masses, a force for stability to counterbalance the High House's ceaseless maneuvering. Convincing the people to recognize the truth of our origins would have been difficult even with my father's support. The road ahead is that much more fraught with peril without it. Yet walk it we must, for unity is more vital to our survival than ever. After all, Nidhogg's death did not mark the cessation of Dravanian hostilities. Far from it. We will have great need of each other in the days to come. You may ever count on my lance, Sir Emmerich. To my dying breath I shall defend Ishgard from the Horde. If I may, Lord Commander, I would like to assist the Scions in their search for the Archbishop. Leon, Master Alfino, pray attend me outside. Of course. Very well. With me, Leon. I believe we have much to discuss. Indeed we do. Gotta formulate a battle plan and everything. Where could they be headed? And what does Ozzy Sla have to do with it? What's your take on this, Lucia? In search of the Soleil. The Soleil was eastward bound, so I sent word to Camp Cloudtop on the off chance the airship passed nearby. Could be Soleil, I don't know. Sure enough, Lady Laniat informed me that it had been sighted by her scouts. Then the Archbishop is somewhere in the Sea of Clouds? Or was, not long ago. The airship has not been seen since it disappeared into the northern reaches into the northern reaches near the Blue Window. Alas, because the region is firmly held by the Vanu Vanu and not easily accessible from Camp Cloudtop, House Halenart has yet to establish a foothold. We will need not only an airship, but a captain bold enough to risk the Beastman's wrath. Not to mention Bismarck is flying around there too. If we're not careful, we'll get eaten alive by it, flying around there. I think we both know the perfect candidate, Leon. Yeah. Let us pay a visit to Master Garland at the Skysteel Manufactory. I see. Then I will take my leave for now. There are other matters which require my attention. Go for it, Lucia. Who else but Master Garland would be willing to deliver us into Vanu territory? I say we go and ask him first. Or go and ask him first, I guess. Ah, the dastardly duo. What mischief have you two been getting up to lately? You haven't heard, have you? I hardly know where to start. Yeah, we got bad news. We got really bad news, Sid. He was a good man. More than that. Sid, have you ever heard of Valzi's Law? The Archbishop spoke of it before he fled. No, but it's probably some source of phenomenal cosmic power that's key to his plans. He's a perceptive one, isn't he? From what he told Leon, the Asians tried to tempt him as they tempted Gaius with the Ultima weapon. Even if he spoke true about playing along, I can see him attempting to seize it. As if we needed another reason to pursue him. Well, I'm convinced. The Enterprise is at your disposal. Come to the airship landing when you're ready to depart. It's just as well. After pulling you out of the fire these last few times, I reckoned I was due to deliver you into it. Come on, let's not forget when we all charged in to fight Garuda. And nailed Van Darnus before that. But that's ancient history. In search of the Soleil. Alfina must see to one last thing before he departs. Into the bloom. Into the fire, is it? In that case, I should inform Tataru of our plans. Pray go on ahead to the airship landing. I shall join you anon. Well, he said meet him there when we're ready to go, to depart. Unfortunately for me, that means getting some sleep before we go. It is what it is, folks. It is that time of night for me. So, I gotta go to bed, but when I wake up, I'll be thirsting for Thornton's blood. So, I'll be fresh and ready to go. Chase after the bastard. Take his ass out for what he did to, wrong guy. What he did to Harshfont. He was a good man. To a certain extent. To those who may now know his, Japanese version persona, they can just be like, well, at least I won't be getting accosted by him anymore. It's unfortunate, I know, but he was still a good guy. He did fight for us and defend us to the very end. He saved our life, you can't deny him that. Say what you will about him and his perverted ways, but at least he did save our lives, and he gave his own to do it. That's not something I can fault him for, even despite all that, so. But yeah, this is where we stop. Tomorrow we take it to those bastards. Let's make them pay for everything. So, as always, I appreciate everyone who came to watch. And, everyone watching in the future, of course. Crimson, Gremory, I don't know if you're both still there, but I appreciate you guys watching, coming by and everything. And for those of you watching in the future, I appreciate your support on YouTube and Twitch. As always, to all of you, to everyone, I thank you, and please take care of yourselves, look after each other, stay safe, and until next time, please have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Rest in peace, Harshfon. Don't be missed.